How to build fight in Fortnite. If you play builds, you've been in this situation before. You start out a long-range fight, maybe you hit some shots, maybe you don't, but eventually you end up on the high ground or the low ground. Sometimes you've only got one wall between you and your opponent. So what do? Obviously build and edit, but it's not that simple, is it? Is it? So you need a specific approach. What exactly do you do? Let's talk about that. What's up, my name is Lethal, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you what you need to know to win more build fights in Fortnite. If you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like. Now, in some situations, like when you've just landed and don't really have mats, or if your opponent isn't building enough, you can get away with a lot of things. Things like spraying through walls or just jumping around corners can work pretty well. But when you're going against someone who knows what they're doing, you're not going to hit a single free shot. You're going to have to work for it. So let's begin. Number 1, retreat. When an enemy is taking a wall, you don't have to just stand there holding it. On one hand, editing could make it weak and allow them to take it in one swing, but just holding it is also not a good idea. So a great strategy is to edit out of the back or the side of your box and build another box. This is perfect if you need to get off some heals. Depending on how high you are, you could even go up or down as well. But be careful, when making a new box, you need to make sure to be fast. Build a floor and roof above you quickly so that your enemy doesn't just drop in on you while you're building. And even when you get a box built, you know they're just going to keep up the pressure, so try and buy time in creative ways. Even getting one mini off or a shield fish can make a big difference, but don't think you'll ever have time to get medkits off, and even half shields can be tricky. Minis and slurp juice are where it's at. Number 2, always build cones or stairs. When you build a new box, if you don't put a cone or stair inside, this just leaves room for an enemy to trap you inside your own box. So always place a cone or stair inside your box. This way, when an enemy takes your wall, you can flip your stair to block them. Or if they somehow drop in the top of your box, you can control the fight with stair or cone edits. And if you're fighting someone who boxes up and doesn't place a cone or stair inside, when you're pickaxing their wall to replace it, as soon as that wall breaks, place a stair or cone. Even if you don't get the wall, you'll more than likely get the piece inside their box. More often than not, they will leave that box, giving you the opportunity to full piece them or to get some shots in. But don't get ahead of yourself. We have a few more tips. Number 3, attack carefully. When attacking an enemy that's boxed up, you always need to be ready for a counterplay. By this, I mean them playing defensively but then quickly changing up and attacking. A lot of people will play like this. You think you're doing good until they quickly hit and edit and take half of your health. So to prevent this, when you're taking someone's walls, build a ramp away from the wall you're trying to take. Use that to stand on in case they try to edit. That way you can jump back up and place a floor quickly. It will make it harder for them to full piece you, at least a little. Another thing you can do is to take walls from an angle. Instead of fully standing on the side that your wall is on, stand on the corner of 2 walls. This will give you more places to go if the enemy edits on you. You can also start to weaken 2 walls so that your enemy doesn't know which one to hold. That, along with placing pieces inside of empty boxes and blocking off your enemy's escape routes, can really make a big difference in your fights. Number 4, keep up the pressure. If you deal damage to an opponent, don't just let them box up and heal. At the very least, pickaxe their walls. You don't even need to have the intention of taking them, just be persistent enough to constantly interrupt while they're trying to heal. Keep them on the run, and while you're doing that, stay ready to shoot. Don't get shot in the face, but be annoying. Spray at their walls a bit, but not too much. You just want to trigger their defensive reflexes and interrupt them healing or reloading. So a good combination of pickaxing and shooting their walls can throw off their timing and allow you to take some walls or phase through. More on that in another video soon. The gist of it is, keeping up the pressure will stress out your opponent and cause them to panic more easily. It's all a mind game. Even if they're better than you, causing an enemy to panic will give you the edge, so play that mind game. Number 5, reload your weapons. If you go all in on an enemy but spray out all of your shots, you may get caught in a situation where you need to reload at the wrong time. Trust me, you don't want to do this. Having guns that aren't reloaded wastes a lot of precious time and can seriously lose you the fight. So constantly check your weapons before, during, and especially right after a fight. The beauty of shotguns is that you can reload them one shot at a time. Well, except the drum shotgun. With ARs and SMGs on the other hand, you have to reload the entire magazine, even if it's just for a few bullets. So first of all, stop waiting until you're completely out of ammo to reload your weapon. I know there's reckless rifle reload, but I usually reload my weapons when I have less than 10 rounds left, and I reload my shotguns after every shot if I have the time. This will almost eliminate running out of ammo when you need it, because as you get closer to an enemy, you will have less and less time to reload your guns. Which, by the way, shotgun flapjack rifle combo has one major downside. If you're trying to reload the flapjack, you're going to need to box up or reload while your enemy heals. It takes forever. I'm sure you already know that by now. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. I hope this video was at least entertaining, if not informative or helpful. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comment section. Also, follow my socials and feel free to DM me. Have a great day and we'll see you next time.